Hello, beautiful planty people. It's Skully, and welcome to Skully's Creations, where we talk about plants and occasionally do a creative project here and there. If that sounds like your thing, your jam, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bells to ensure that you get notified next time I put out a planty video. Okay, so we finished October. It's time for favorites. So we're just gonna get right into it because some things have been happening and I've been really excited to share this with you. And they're like minor things, but still, when you're excited about something, you want to share it. Oh, and also, please excuse my voice if I sound stuffy. I am recovering from a cold. Yep, because my boyfriend got me sick. Thank you, Luciano. Alrighty, anyways, let's just get straight into it. First step is Hoya Lacunosa, and yes, I've kept the tag on her just because I don't want to forget what she's called. I'm starting to get a lot more Hoyas, and I just want to make sure I don't forget the name. Anywho, so the reason why she is my favorite is because she has been a really fast grower. When I first got her, she didn't have any of this. So she was like just this little part right here. So all of this right here is all new growth. This whole like part is all new growth. So I've appreciated that. And not only that, but she reminds me of a smaller Hoya pubicalis. And that's because of her leaves, the splashing is very similar to a Hoya pubicalis, and I just appreciate that she's like a smaller version. I think the only big difference is obviously the leaf size and the fact that her leaves are a little bit more rugged on the edges, and the Hoya pubicalis is very smooth. So those are like the two major differences, but I don't know, she just reminds me of a mini version, so I kind of feel like I have like a big version and a mini version, like a mama and like a baby. But yeah, that's why she's my favorite. As far as the care, oh, are you gone? Yes, okay. Okay, so as far as Carrie goes, she's like every other Hoya. Water when the soil is all the way dry. And this is just like a little Hoya test, but as you can see, I'm like pressing on her leaf and it's not budging. That's because she's fully watered. If you press on her leaf and it's like a little bit more flimsy, then that's a good sign that she needs water as well. So flimsy leaves and soil all the way dry, you can give her a good watering. But she's really easy, and again, she's just been a really fast grower, and I appreciate fast growing Hoyas especially because they tend to be slower growers. But I think it just depends on the Hoya, really. But yeah, Hoya Lacunosa. Next up is going to be my Monstera Salsa Picana, and she is a fast grower, and I've really noticed her growth this past month. I mean, I did notice that she was a fast grower because within the few weeks that I had her, she was already growing, but it's just been really noticeable because she's gotten so long, and she just really stood out to me this month. Not only that, but her leaves are so cool. I mean, this is why I initially got her in the first place, but they give me very lizard skin or dinosaur-ish vibes. That's kind of what she gives me, and I mean the pattern is so dis like is so distinct, and again, the pattern is so distinct, and onto that, yes, you can kind of feel like a different texture on her. Similar to a Monstera Peru, that texture is there. So yeah, very cool plant. I really have just enjoyed again seeing her growth and just having this foliage to look at, because it is really cool. And my Monstera Peru that I have hasn't grown this quickly, so I appreciate that. But yeah, that's why she's my favorite for October. As far as care goes, she will droop when she needs water, and water when the soil is completely dry. As far as lighting goes, I mean, her foliage is fully green. I do have her near my window, but I think she would be okay with medium light. I just have her in highlight, and again, maybe that has added to the growth on her, but again, green foliage is usually okay with medium to bright and direct light. I wouldn't recommend putting her in direct light, just because her leaves are a bit thinner and they'll burn. So bright and direct light like most indoor plants, and then water when the soil is fully dry. But yeah, that is Monstera Salsa Picana. It's pretty cool. All right, anyways, next up is gonna be my Hoya Macrophila Vergara, and let me tell you the reason. Like, she doesn't look like much. She's very, very, still tiny. But this month, she finally gave me like the smallest growth, but growth nonetheless. Yeah, this is all she's given me. But let me give you a comparison, because this has been such a slow grower, and I honestly didn't think that she was gonna grow anymore. I mean, I didn't know when. I'm like, I didn't, I just didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, I've been doing all the right things. Um, she's in a high lit location. I spray this on her all the time, just like I do my other Hoyas, but she's just been the slowest growing Hoya that I own. And this month, I finally noticed that tiny, tiny little leaf, and I just had so much hope. Like, it finally was like, oh my God, okay, you are gonna grow. You are gonna do something this year. I just didn't know when it was gonna happen, because I remember watching another YouTuber's video and her saying that her Hoya macrophylla, she actually ended up getting rid of it. Oh, Becca Plants. I was watching her, and she said that she ended up getting rid of her macrophyllum because it just stayed the same for years. And I seriously thought that that was what was gonna happen here until this month, when I saw this little bitty growth point, and I was like, when the hallelujah, it's like, hallelujah. So I was really, really, really excited. Like, I know it's the tiniest, tiniest thing, but it's something. It's something. And let me just give you a comparison, because I got these two Hoyas at the same time. So I got this Hoya curtsy and this Hoya macrophylla at the same time, and look at the difference in growth. Like, when I first got this curtsy, it was right there, somewhere around there. It was like right there, and all of this has grown in the same time. So again, same time, just the difference in plants. And I've done the same thing. They're both in high lit locations. I use that spray on them when I spray all my Hoyas. I, water when they need water, and this one's really easy to tell when she needs water, because her leaves will bend. Like, I can probably go another couple of days for her leaves to be a little bit softer, but she's okay. This is a good one to do that like taco test with. But yeah, water when she's flimsy, and that's also when the soil will be all the way dry. I use that orchid spray on her. That is why she has been, my favorite for October, because I was like, finally seeing that little bitty tiny leaf genuinely just gave me so much freaking joy. So I mean, I just had to put her in. I had to call her out, because I know, again, I know it's so tiny, but just the fact that she did something, I was like, okay, I see you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my Hoya. Okay, and lastly is I am so excited to show you this because, oh, let me just show you. Syngonium Panda, and look, okay, I'll need to contain myself. Oh my goodness, look at those leaves. Oh, and then she has a little tiny one over here that just, here, like, oh my goodness, do you see that? So the reason why she is my favorite for this month is because when I first got her, man, when was it? It has been at least 6 months since I've gotten her, probably even more. But this is what I was working with. She was not very variegated at all. This was one of the leaves that I had. So was this one. So as you can tell, she just had this little bit of variegation. And I mean, when I bought it, they said Syngonium Panda. That was one of the Syngoniums that I wanted, so I jumped right at it. But I did, notice that she wasn't very variegated. But I figured, you know what? Let me just do what I always do and let me put her by my south-facing window. And within the past few months, she had gave me this one, and I was like, okay, there's a little bit more variegation. But then this month she unfurled this leaf, and I just, oh, I just gasped. Actually, no, I'm so sorry. This month she unfurled this leaf. And yeah, I still gasped over that because I was like, oh my God, her variegation is coming out. Like, she's actually looking like a Syngonium Panda now. And then I noticed this baby leaf. Oop. Then I noticed this baby leaf and I was like, oh my God. Like, just so excited that putting her by the south-facing window helped. And if you don't have a south-facing window, just put them in highlight by using grow lights. Grow lights will do the same thing. And so anyways, and then when I got back from my boyfriend's house this week, then I saw this one. And not only is it like a pretty big leaf, but it's so variegated. It just, she now looks like a Syngonium Panda. Like, when you look up Syngonium Panda, like, this is what you see. And I'm just really excited that I was able to finally get her to that point, And I'm just happy about it. So she just has given me the most joy because, again, it's rewarding. It's rewarding to see the change in your plant when you give it a different environment. And it's just so awesome. And no, as far as care goes, in order to keep the Syngonium Panda like a panda, she definitely needs high, bright light. Again, she's right next to my south-facing window. I have her on the windowsill, so she is getting full sun all day long, and some direct sun too. But again, it's like filtered sun. It's filtered direct sun because I also have like it's a screen, like a black screen, so it filters a little bit of that light. So again, it's not like I have her outside in direct sun. I think if I had her outside in that direct sun, then yeah, her leaves will burn because, again, Syngoniums have thinner leaves. But yeah, so basically just put her in the brightest location of your house that you have, or under a grow light, and she will love you for it. As far as watering goes, I literally I'll use the moisture meter, but when she is all the way dry, that's when I give her a good watering. You can even water her, like, if she's just like about this much moist, like she just has a little bit right here, she's fine with the good watering as well. Or another thing, syngoniums will droop a little bit when they need water, so that's another telltale sign that your syngonium needs water. But yeah, that's it as far as care goes for this Syngonium Panda. Like I said, she has brought me the most joy because changing her environment, changing her lighting, and she's rewarded me for that. She is living her I feel like she's officially living her best life. you know? Best life near the window, sunbathing, like she's doing it. But yeah, Syngonium Panda, this is my last favorite one. Alright, y'all, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, please leave me a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see instead. I really do appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have a wonderful planty day. Bye!